More than a week after it was liberated, a new problem in the Iraqi city of Mosul: what to do with those left behind. Civilians are emerging from tunnels and basements, emaciated and wounded. Others are ISIL fighters and their families trying to find a way out. CGTN's Cheng is in nearby Erbil. Tony, and there are disturbing images circulating online that Iraqi forces may be abusing suspected militants.
Yes, the Iraqi government says it's investigating these claims. It says it's identified where the location of this video is. They haven't specified exactly where it is, but it appears to be in Mosul's old city on the west side of Mosul, on the banks of the Tigris River. The video, which emerged earlier this morning, appears to show men in uniform that can't specifically identify them, but does appear to be that of the Iraqi security forces, beating several men and then taking one of them out to the banks, the high banks of the river, throwing him off and then shooting him. Now, at this stage, it's very difficult to know exactly what's going on, but we have had some very well-documented cases of abuses by Iraqi security forces as the battle for Mosul has gone on, particularly as the last couple of months have developed into this very fierce contest, particularly in the old city, where IS really made its last stand. We've seen very few IS prisoners coming out. That is in part because they have chosen in many cases to sacrifice themselves with suicide vests, car bombs, against the attacking Iraqi security forces. But one can only assume also with the bitterness of the fight that the normal laws of war have been tossed aside, and it's been no prisoners taken. But at this stage, the Iraqi government says it's not able to identify exactly who or what is going on in this video.
And Tony, has the Iraqi government said whether they have an estimate on how many ISIL fighters are still in Mosul? Are we talking about dozens? Are we talking about hundreds? And what is the latest in the ongoing search for these fighters?
Very difficult to say at this stage. Throughout this battle to retake Mosul, they've talked about thousands of IS fighters staying inside the city, but I think they really don't know. One of the things that I think is important to bear in mind is the Iraqi government has always maintained it's been a majority of foreign fighters in the city. From what we know from first-person testimony, that's not actually the case. There have been an awful lot of Iraqis there. And as the security forces have closed in, the civilians have flooded out. Many of those fighters have hidden themselves amongst the fleeing civilians and remain today still at large.
All right, Cheng, live for us in Erbil. Thank you.